All praise to the Most High and Yahweh Shah. Bless. Shabbat shalom to all of y'all out there. Good thing tuning in. Hope y'all had a good week. And hopefully y'all definitely have a great Sabbath that we got coming up, or whatever we in today. Right now. Today our class is going to be repair the breaches. Israel, we need to repair those things that are broken down in Israel. And we're going to find out, what's broken and how to repair those breaches. Before I start, anyone else got anything to say? Okay. We're going to start with Nehemiah. In the book of Nehemiah, chapter 4, start at verse 1. And everybody hold that Nehemiah chapter 4. We're going to precept off of that, but we're going to keep coming back. And we're going to read this whole chapter, but we're going to come back.
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 4, verse 1. But it came to pass that when Sanballat heard that we built the wall, he was wroth and took great indignation and mocked the Jews.
He said, and when Sanballat heard it, he said he had great indignation and mocked us. See, a lot of these nations, they don't like it when we start coming back to who we are, start coming together. Y'all think that's how, what do you think they looking at us when we out in the streets? They see this, they don't like it. Not the fact that because they don't believe it, the fact of the matter is they realizing this is really happening. Go ahead.
And he spake before his brethren and the army of Samaria and said, what do these feeble Jews? Will they fortify themselves?
Mm-hmm.
Will they sacrifice?
Mm-hmm.
Will they make an end in a day?
Mm-hmm.
Will they revive the stones out of the heaps of the rubbish which are burned?
So they worried about how, wait a minute, they asking these questions, same thing today, they ask the question, what they doing? Are they trying to rebuild the nation of Israel? Yes, we are, as commanded of us. Are they trying to become a people of the Most High God? Yes, we are, as commanded of us. So they worrying about these things. And the sad thing is we got a nation of people that's out there that don't even worry about the things that everybody else concerned about. They so trying to be with all these other nations instead of being with their own nation. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Now Tobiah the Ammonite was by him, and he said, even that which they build, if a fox go up, he shall even break down their stone wall.
He said, even that which they build, if a fox go up. See, they trying sneaky things to do. They are sending the fox, they sending agents, they sending all kind of people to come in and infiltrate what's going on. They want us to know what's going on in these classes. So a lot of camps, I wouldn't be surprised, sometimes even in our camp, you never know. The FBI send people in to see what's going on and report back to them what we talking about. Because one thing I know the Edomites can't stand. You can do anything, but you got to involve us. You got to involve them. That's one thing they do not like. If you can't, they weak. Civil rights, okay, yeah, okay, y'all can do your civil rights as long as we be. They let us march too, We don't know what for, but we just want to be with y'all. They want to infiltrate even with the Black Panther Party. They went and found them found some Negroes there to go in there and infiltrate that party. They gonna find a way. They gonna try their best to find it either way. They gonna send the fox.
See, but the thing is, what's going on in this situation? You got to understand that, like I go into, they sending all kind of people, even our own people. And guess what? They gonna portray that they like us, that they do everything. They're gonna be a part of the feast day. They're gonna do all this. But guess what? It's written in this Bible, so it has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what? No matter what kind of spies you can bring in or whatever thing you can try to do, you can't go against the prophecy, because the Lord, like in Numbers 23 and 19 says, the Lord has spoken and he has to make good on this, and he can't reverse it. So they're gonna send it in. But guess what? Even though they creep in unaware, we got to be mindful who they are. And guess what? We're gonna call them out and we're gonna send them about their way, because we know this movement got to go on.
Yeah, we're gonna dive into that too, just how to take care of our breaches. Go ahead, Art.
Verse 4. Hear, O our God, for we are despised, and turn their reproach upon their own head.
And this is Nehemiah praying to our God, and he's saying, "Hey, turn that what they plan on doing, turn it on in." Go ahead.
And give them for a in the land of captivity.
And give them for a prey in the land of captivity. Give them for a prey in the land of captivity. We in the land of captivity. Our enemy is going to be our prey. They're going to be given to us as a prey. But we got to stick firm to what the Most High God said. We can't go outside of this thing and try to do our own way of doing it. Let's go fight them. For what? They make the guns. And like Jeremiah always say, all they got to do is turn off our water. Electricity, turn it off right now. Boy, we be in panic. Shoot, if they turn off these cell phones, boy, you're going to see a whole lot of Negroes just jumping off buildings. They're going to look like the white man. They turned off my cell phone. They ain't coming back home. Shoot. Go ahead.
And cover not their iniquity.
Don't cover that iniquity. Show that they doing. And that's what's going on now, which I see every day. Boy, these white people, they just don't care no more. Bro, I mean, just the Vatican Church. Well, we know we molesting children, but look, we're going to make a law where we don't have to go to court for it. They don't care. It's just out. And Most High is uncovering everything they thought they was getting away with. Everything they thought they was getting away with is being uncovered. Read.
And let not their sin be blotted out from before them, for they have provoked thee to anger before the building.
You ain't got to worry about being mad. The Most High mad. Go ahead.
So built we the wall, and all the wall was joined together unto the half thereof.
So let's build some protection. Let's get some protection around us. And our protection is God's laws, statutes, and commandments. We need to build a wall around us, a separation from every other nation. And that is according to this Bible. This word is our wall. These laws are our wall. This is our protection. Read.
For the people had a mind to work.
And we got to be in the mindset to do this work. We got to have a renewing of our mind, getting out of Christianity, getting out of Islam, getting out of Buddhism, getting out of Judaism, getting out of American philosophy. We got to have a mindset to come back to the Most High and do this work.
Because even like I said, we have a mindset to build up Esau's kingdom, but we don't have a mindset to build up the one true God's kingdom, to repair the breaches of our nation, because we the nation out there that is the most destroyed. So guess what? We need to put that same, if not even more effort as we do Esau into our own kingdom, more so. Like we say, we have to have that mind to work as a nation of people, man, because we don't like to do the work when it comes to our nation, man. It's a lot of things that we got to do in our nation. We don't have time to take off, man. We just do not do that thing. Like we always say, we wish we could do this 7 days a week, man. Lord's will, Most High bring the increase. Guess what? We'll be able to do some of these things, man, because that's how dire the situation is, man. The time is getting short, man. Go ahead, Doc.
It's like the brother said, you ever notice, you ever ask yourself, why a lot of tornadoes, you don't never see tornadoes hitting hoods?
You don't.
Because the Most High don't got us destroyed, was already destroyed. The hoods, all the trees knocked down already. All the houses is blown over. We already in destruction. That's why the tornado be like, I need to get something that's already built up. So they go out there and get our enemy. Thank the Most High.
Yeah, just like I was looking at the delivering over there in North Dallas. Man, I drove past so many cars that had hail damage, man. I come back over here, you don't see none of it. But you go there, but you see hail damage everywhere, all over their cars, man. That's what the Most High do, man. He, look at destroying our enemies right before us. We can't even see it.
Like I said, I always kind of put it in the picture, Brother Abaya. What time period did Nehemiah walk in?
What captivity?
I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna say the Babylonian captivity.
Shaya, what captivity did Nehemiah walk in?
I'm gonna take a guess too. I think it was the was it the Persian Medes?
Yeah, that was a good guess.
Ezra and Nehemiah just come out of the same captivity at the time.
So even in the front of y'all books, write that down. Write captivities, because y'all want to paint a picture of reading the Bible. You know, and y'all want to line up the time history as well.
And you can count, if you know them all in order, the captivities in order. We'll let you know, okay, that was at these periods.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Where you at? I'll go ahead.
Verse 7.
Yeah, verse 7, go ahead.
Verse 7. But it came to pass that when Sanballat and Tobiah and the Arabians and the Ammonites and the Ashdodites heard that the walls of Jerusalem were made up and that the breaches began to be stopped, then they were very wroth.
He said, now, wait a minute. Ain't no holes. The breaches began to be stopped because this ain't nothing that, you know why they did this? Because they knew. Man, we let them build that wall up. They're going to go in there, man. They're going to, better yet, go to Judah chapter 5 and 17. See, nations was looking at us, and we've been there. Everybody always had the big eye on us because the Most High was showing His glory to the world using us, and He's gonna do it again. And He's doing it now. And everybody always watch what we do. Y'all think it ain't, even when we doing all that bad crime. Why you think everybody eyes on Chicago? But nobody really see the real killer in Chicago. And it ain't us, but everybody got the grasp looking and thinking that it's us. Judith in the Apocrypha. In the other Bible. No, I'm just tripping.
Book of Judah, chapter 5, verse 17. And whilst they sinned not before their God, they prospered, because the God that hated iniquity was with them.
See, if they get us in the walls, if they know if we in the walls, see, we don't have no interference with other nations coming in. Ain't no more philosophers from other people, because we finna pick up our Bible and go by what our God say. And they know if we get in that wall, they can't have no influence on us no more. So they gonna be prospering. And they know what happens when Israel start to prosper. They become servants. Go ahead.
But when they departed from the way which He appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore.
See, but when we left the Most High, that's what happens right now. We get all involved with everything outside of Israel and what the Most High gave us. That when we leave that, we can have 300,000 soldiers against 5,000. They'll tear us up.
Or even to bring it up to today, when you don't do the work like how you're supposed to, if you have a business, that's why you think that business is not prospering. Or guess why you thinking you barely making enough money just to keep your nose above water. You know, because when you start slacking in this truth, the Most High take a little bit from you, man. See, we can't play with the power, man. We can't put in half work and half not work and thinking that the Most High is gonna prosper that, man. We got to be all in for this truth, man.
All in.
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
And were led captive into a land that was not theirs, and the temple of their God was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemy. But now are they returned to their God.
And that's what we're doing now. We're returning back to the Most High. You don't think these people are mad? We had them in Christianity. What the heck happened? We had them praising the rock. We had them praising a fat, chubby, slant-eyed man. Singing hymns with all this old stupid stuff. We had them. What happened? Who's the cause of this? They trying to figure it out. They looking at every camp. Y'all always got the big eye on y'all. You can rest assured, you women running around and you going in the store. Yeah, you in modest apparel, but you can rest assured your enemy is looking like, man, hold on. She got dress on, oh, suit. She got fringes on. She got a head covered. Wait a minute, there's something going on. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. I had them just looking like a hoe just last week. What happened this week? What happened? They're in modest apparel. What happened? They looking at this. They look and see that y'all got a standard for yourself now. We didn't have that. They can't stand that. Y'all getting back in order? Hold on, wait a minute. I put you above the man. Why would you come back down? No, I'm doing what my God said. They ain't liking that. They ain't liking that. Go ahead.
But now are they returned to their God and are come up from the places where they were scattered.
See, we coming up. We coming up, we were scattered all over. We coming up and standing up saying, we Israel now. We ain't no longer no niggas. I had fun being a nigga. But I ain't no nigga no more. At least I ain't what they told me I was. I am who the Most High called us to be. Israelite. Read.
And have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate.
We said now we getting back and seated in the places where we're supposed to be. In the hill country. Get up out of this old nation of this is not milk and honey. This is a nation of false gold. What does they call it? Fake gold. Fool's gold. Let's go back.
No, read verse 20.
Okay.
Verse 20 is the point. Read that.
Verse 20. Now, therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people,
if there be any sin in this people, this is the captain of the guard, the Ammonite, running down Israelites' history on how to destroy us. See, they have records on how to destroy us or how we can overcome them.
Just like they have in America today. They keep record on everything we do. Read.
And they sin against their God.
If we break the commandments, read on up.
Let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
So if we break God's commandments, they know that they can overthrow us. Read on up.
And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
And it's easy for them to overcome us when we in sin, because we don't have no protection from the Most High God. Whenever we kept the commandments, guess what? The Most High would always send angels to come up and turn cities down, or put the spirit on brothers to turn cities down as well, like King David. Other brothers of his mighty men. Read on.
That's one reason they stole your book and try to figure it out, because one thing they know, man, you think they wouldn't have never even thought to come and get us out of these places. Only reason they knew, they like, shoot, it's a good time to go get them now. This is through history they kept learning us. Oh, no, when not now, it's not a good time. That's like when we fled in Africa. It wasn't a good time for a while for them to come over there. They had to come back out of being impoverished. Then they looking like, they over there chunking spears and doing all that Hamite stuff. They hanging from trees now. They ain't following their God no more.
Time to get them.
It's time to get them. Time to get them. And that's what happens. That's all they waiting on. Look at him. Look at him.
And the prime example, you can see, like the people like this, that you can tell the ones like if you see a woman and she's like real high up, they look at her like, dang, we're gonna keep on feeding her because she gonna bring a lot of people with her because she got a lot of people following her. So they're gonna keep feeding her. They're gonna give her everything she wants and make sure that everybody that know her or that's around her, they're gonna make sure they know they getting the things they want, because they need to keep feeding it. So we can keep putting these people in error. Long as they can keep doing it, guess what? They're going to keep breaking the breaches, man. They're going to keep us in sin. They're going to keep us at the bottom. But like I say, when we waking up and we see that, guess what? You should always see a bro or a sister, and you see them and you acknowledge who they is, and you see them friends on their clothes. Guess what? Hey, stay strong in this truth, man. Don't waver, man. You know, we uplift each other. Make sure that we endure to the end, brothers and sisters. Encourage each other in this thing. Go ahead.
Because one thing that battle, like y'all women, one of the battles that they have with y'all is y'all giving a whole different look. And y'all right now, the women right here, right now, y'all up against Beyonce, Cardi B. Because the more y'all show yourself to be modest of women, Israelite women, the more they gotta feed this other demon over here. They gotta, hey, hold on, wait a minute. Play your music over again, over and over and over. You turn on 97.9, they're gonna play that song the whole album now being played on them. And then the next hour, play it again. Play it again. Play it again. Why? Because of what y'all doing. because of what y'all doing and who y'all become.
Because guess what? Esau done mastered this thing now. It's the 7 captivity. That's why we got what? Liquor stores on every corner in our neighborhood, a catfish place on the corner of every neighborhood. Any one of the hoods, man. A check cashing place everywhere. So when Friday comes, you cash that money, man, go out to spend it. A club somewhere around there, man, to keep our brothers and sisters in sin, man. So they done mastered it. A drug house on every corner of the hood, man. They done mastered that thing, man.
And I'm gonna tell you what you said. That was a heavy thing. Like I said, man, if you women and stay in y'all modest apparel, guess what? On TV, you see women got all they dang on clothes off, man. But the more y'all keep pushing with this modest apparel, the more y'all stay in order with that thing, they gonna keep on pushing because that's what they trying to make these men. They trying to make us. That's what stay in the scene, man. They trying to keep our eyes on that thing, man. They trying to make sure that we see it. Then guess what? They push our people, our sisters in the street. Hey, sis, why you ain't got no clothes on? That's what we telling our people every weekend because they trying to cause us to err too because they pushing their agenda.
That's precept. Go ahead. The book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 12. Going into what the brother's talking about, how they mastered this thing, man. They work through our children. They work our people through the children. That's why with the holidays and things like that, they say, we doing it for the children. We doing it for the children. And we causing our children to pass with fire. It said, as for my people, children are their oppressors. Because a lot of people in our nation take it, yeah, they may have had a bad childhood. I'm going to make up for my children. And then they go overboard with it. They want to spoil them and give them everything, and then they turn them into little monsters. And then the society is catering towards them with the music. That's why they pay these musicians that make this crap music all this money to target the children. And then they want to imitate the things that they rapping about. So it's a children are their oppressors. And women rule over them. So they're going to use the woman to get to the children because they know they love their children. And then when they're doing that, it's messing the whole cycle up, man. And it say, oh, my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. Well, in this society, they made our women lead the household. That's causing our people to err. Now, of course, the man has to get in order first. But like the brother has said, when you promoting sexuality through the women, and then what the daughters gonna do? They're gonna copy what the mothers do. So now you got teenagers and middle school girls dressing like they mothers do, with the tights on and the leggings and all that. So now it's sexuality flowing through the children, and it's gonna lead us to error. Go ahead, Doc. All right, let's go back to Nehemiah 4 and 8.
Yeah, finish verse 21.
Did y'all get that? Oh, okay. Knock it out.
Verse 21 of Judah, chapter 5. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by.
Now, if there ain't no sin, now we going back to these law, statutes, and commandments. They know. Man, leave them alone. It ain't no use. It ain't no use. Because we got the only God in the whole world that works, and they know that. They know it. Read.
Lest their Lord defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
They're going to be set at the bottom. They know darn well don't touch them now. No. I'd rather be in third place before I just get to mess with them, because I go all the way down to the bottom, the reproach before the world. And let's go back to Nehemiah 4 and 8.
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 4, verse 8. And conspired all of them together to come and to fight against Jerusalem and to hinder it.
And now you notice how it throughout history, and you never even get this history. You notice how everybody always came together to fight Israel. Because that, remember during David's time, in fact, better yet, give me yeah. Go to Psalms 83, start at verse 2.
Like we say, they let you know there's no new thing under the sun. They got our history on how to destroy us. Like we say, all you have to do is just go back into the records.
And it ain't nothing, it's the same thing going on today too. Y'all think it's just, it's just Esau. No, it ain't just Esau.
Well, they got the UN.
Yeah, man. You see all these other nations doing this, making money. Go ahead.
They got the UN and we ain't invited.
Then we got a white man that's going up there for our needs.
Yeah.
What do they need? They don't need nothing. Click, they had hammer it down and it's over. Court up. We adjourn. Man, wait a minute. Go ahead.
Psalm chapter 83, verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
So I don't know why y'all people just think that everybody just like us. Bruce Lee just love us. No, Bruce Lee didn't give a damn about us neither. Chinese don't. The Japanese don't. None of them, man. Quit with this. They ain't came and helped us out. None. And they got a whole Chinatown. You can go to East Arlington right now and look like you done went to another country, man. Ain't even nothing in English over there. They got a whole market. Me and Jeremiah went in there, man. It's like, what was that? Like another country over there. The parking lot, everything. They got a big benches. Our butt don't even fit in them kind of benches. So
I ain't gonna lie, I was so nervous up in there. I started swinging on anything got closed, man.
So, it looked like a whole lot of Bruce Lee running up and down there. Go ahead, man.
Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden.
They consulted against the hidden one. Because who hid them? They did.
And guess what? How are we the hidden ones? Because they no longer call us Jew. They call us African American.
Yes.
They no longer call us Issachar, Zebulun, all these different types of tribes. They call us Mexicans, Native Americans. That's how we the hidden ones.
And they hid us. So now that they done hid us and taken away our heritage, now you think they said that ain't stop? They got to make sure you can't. They didn't just stop. No, we took the heritage. They ain't gonna come back. No, they got to make sure this.
And I'm gonna show you what kind of mouth they had. Psalm 109:2. It says, "For the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are open against me, and they have spoken against me with a lying tongue." That's all they done. They push their lies and their agenda on us. Guess what? We need to keep these people in error. We're gonna speak everything, make them go against everything that they know. Well, that's all they do. They got a lying tongue, man. And everything that they can do to try to push us into a lie and make us deceitful just like them, they gonna try to do it.
They gonna do it. That's exactly why you get a business. They trying to take over America. Man, I just opened up. I'm sitting up here cutting lawns. I'm gonna take over America with a lawnmower. Everything we do. You can't do nothing. Ain't that what the Klan say all the time? They taking our jobs. Man, you wasn't working over here no way. How the heck we taking your job? So I tell you, man, this is what they do. A lying tongue. Anything you do, you can't succeed in nothing. So you do something better than them at work, boy, they all on you. They going straight to the boss. Don't think that just because you finished that report, you just finna get praised. They done ran to the ball. Look at that. She didn't dot this T. She didn't put the cross across that over there. She didn't do none of that.
Yeah.
And you finna give a promotion? I wouldn't.
Yeah, and that's what they do. Like you can't, just like you trying to go fishing with them. You throw your hook in the water, in the line, in the water, and you got your bobber out there. Soon your bobber jump. Everybody, choo, 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 choo. They throwing their bobber right there side. You're like, hey, you move yours over to this side. You're like, well, I'm gonna let them have this spot. You all start bobbling again. They go choo, 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 choo. You're like, hey, that's how they do us, man. And every little thing we do, let you try to make a little money. They look at it.
Like I was watching the thing they was calling Ford the innovator. The Ford, the innovator. Ford, you got the car from a black man. They haven't done nothing. I know we've been taught all this, but they think everything that's good in America, we created.
That's right. Because like we say, what would it profit them to make our lives easy? So we was the one doing the hard bungee. So naturally, we the ones that was coming up with the ideas to make our lives easier. Why would they want to make our lives easier, man? They didn't care. But guess what? Yeah, exactly. So like we say, if we are the slaves, then guess what? Anything that belongs to the master, his masters. You know, so it's just a trickle down.
Just like I was looking at the thing about a scientist who was having all these cures. He worked for Glidden Paint Company, and he was coming up with the formulas for paint. But that is not what he wanted to do. But he did need a job. So when he worked for them, he was coming up with formulas to medicines and stuff to stop sickness. Glidden wouldn't let him do that because Glidden had a purpose for him. You just keep making these great paints for him. That's where y'all got the gloss paints and all that stuff. Black man did it. They was forced to do it. He didn't want to get out the company, but they forced his hand. Then on top of that, he became and did the cortisone. He moved to Mexico because he found a cheaper way to make the cortisone. Because when cortisone first came out, you was costing your arm and leg. He was able to use and make cortisone with sweet potatoes. And so he bought farms. Let me finish out. He bought the farms over there in Mexico. They went to the Mexican government and told the Mexican government, don't give him that land. Don't give him that loan. We'll let him get none of his money in another country. And this black man just did this to get away from Glidden and to get away from the American that's influencing. And you think that, man, America's called Mexico, hey, got another one, smart one. No, shut him down. Shut him down.
They control everything.
Everything. They just making sure you don't do that. America couldn't be America without us, period.
Yep.
And I'm going to influence, let's let y'all know this. Don't let them lie to your children. Because they going, y'all children go to school, they going to school, they getting lied to. You better make sure you bring them right back home and tell them the truth. You make sure, hey, I know they told you, read them books they got. Read them, study them books, because you know they throw all kind of, we done went from slave to indentured service. Read that and teach your children the truth. Don't be lazy, parents. Hey, read what they teaching you, teaching your children, until you can get it to a school where all we teach is Hebrew and Black history, the real truth. But until then, know what they learning.
And another thing, I know, like sometimes, you know, like I'm saying, even with us that's in this walk, we watch different people, they having debate. We're gonna help you out, Sakar. You should have ate him up with this too. When he talking about that they was yielding fruit over there in Europe since they've been over there, they've been getting soil from Uganda and bringing it back to the homeland, mixing it for the last 2 or 3 years. That's why they growing their fruits and stuff over there. It ain't because they yield. They try to make a lot out of everything. So if it's in the Bible, they kind of make themselves look like they the real ones. We got to make themselves like they the real ones. If you look up the history, or you look up, it was a Uganda, doctor that came up and went over to the homeland, to our homeland, and looked at the soil, came back to Uganda and often, and they made a treaty thing that they can bring their sand back over there to yield some fruit, and they did. So then they said, "Oh, we the one. We're gonna yield them fruit for us." No, y'all went over there, did some trickery type stuff. Y'all ain't the real one. That's why it ain't flourishing. It's growing, but it ain't flourishing like it was supposed to be. But when the real ones get back, we're gonna show you how the land gonna really flourish when we make it there.
Yeah, I saw that debate too. Right there. Let's get back to where we at 4. Yeah, go ahead.
Psalm chapter 82, verse 4, 83, verse 4. They have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation."
That's what they all been wanting to do, been doing it throughout history. Go ahead.
"That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee." All of them do this. All nations coming together. And it's funny because they don't even want to come together when they had World War I, II, and III. They had to beg other countries, "Man, y'all gonna come fight with us?" No, not now. The United States was the last people to get it. No, they wouldn't. No, I ain't going over there. You know what I'm saying? We got Negroes we got to control over here. They ain't not war. Until he said what? Hitler said what? Hitler about to let the secret out. Let's go now. Let's go over there and bomb what is that? Storm Normandy. That's when they want to get all up in the mix now. Somebody letting out some secret. He talking. Oh shoot, let's go. Other than that, they wasn't going. Now everybody comes together, all for us.
That's a blessing and a curse on the cool. It's a curse because you got enemies that's attacking on a daily and regular basis. A blessing because the Most High is behind all this, and He the one. I'm chosen it. I'm gonna put you through the fire.
Yeah, it's saying that in Jeremiah 17:4. It's directly saying that. It said, "Thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from my heritage that I gave thee, that I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever." It's directly telling you that the Lord is one that is
doing this whole thing. And that's a good thing because the fact of the matter, He said He's gonna have mercy upon Israel and yet choose Jerusalem.
The good thing I take out of these scriptures that show you how strong we are, man. You got to get all these nations of people to come together and try to take us down. We've been strong. We've been going through the fire, man. We always gonna go through the fire, and they still can't stop us.
And that's what it takes. It takes a whole world outside of Israel to even think about messing with us. Even think about it. Only people that really can attack us really our own selves.
That's right.
Let's go to Job 5:11 right quick.
That's crazy. You take all the nations just to put us into submission.
Because they fear us. It ain't they fear us. They fear they know through history.
Yeah.
Throughout history, the God of all God, then he ain't fake. This dude, they got real, man. They got real. They got a real living God. We got a good looking statue. Go ahead.
Job chapter 5, verse 11. To set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted into safety.
Go ahead. That's us in mourning. That's us. Right now, He said He gonna set us on high. Go ahead.
He disappointed the devices of the crafters.
He gonna do what?
He disappointed the devices of the crafters.
Remember, they had crafty counsel against us, right? He gonna disappoint all them craftiness that they have going on. He gonna put all that to shame. They over there got all kind of machines. They trying to change your DNA. I got all kind of stuff right now. Don't go to the dentist. Right now, if I get that one and wave it in your mouth, it's just gonna beep all day. They got all kind of transmissions in you.
Even like we say, bringing it up today, like I was saying, what? They tried to flood our nation with what? Crack cocaine. But guess what? It was okay while we was getting the drugs, but now the people started selling drugs.
Man,
so
rehab.
Exactly.
Man, even rehab and a disease.
Exactly. Now you give them help, give them counsel, but you was throwing us and locking us up in jail. You know, even today with these pills that they got going on, these opioids, you know, so the Most High always flip it on their own head, man. As long as we doing what we supposed to be doing.
And Lord willing, me and one of the brothers talking this morning, Lord willing, hey, we hoping that some of y'all get in this company with us, because in the kingdom, man, look, y'all need to invest in that suntan lotion, because they're gonna need a lot of it.
That's probably one of the things they did create. Go ahead. And it was probably a black man that came up with it. I wouldn't be surprised. Go ahead.
Verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafters, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
They ain't gonna be able to perform their enterprise. That enterprise like that Corporation America. It ain't gonna be able to perform no more. He finna tear this thing up, man. I can't, boy. So I can't wait till the bank closed down. And they ain't got no credit line no more. They can't check my credit no more. You know. So you go to boy, you be having them. Everybody got a zero. Okay, good. Good. We all equal now. Now we equal on their low credit anyway.
But the thing is, they know if we get on level playing fields, they know the domination will set in. That's why they got to keep us low, because they can't make us really. They said we all equal. That's just to say, now y'all below us, because if they would do that, just do it one day. Watch how we take off, but they couldn't do it.
And he said, like he said, to set up on high those that be low. Because you remember back in the day, it was like, all you need is a diploma, get them jobs. Negroes all that tearing them palms up, and graduating easing them up. Oh, wait, got too many of them. Hold on, you need a bachelor's. For a while, that stunted us for about a year or two. Like can't get to college. Only athletes go to college. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was when my father graduated. My father's in his mid-60s. When my father graduated high school, you could graduate being a plumber,
a trade.
Yeah,
trade,
yes.
Or a welder. My father graduated being a welder, but then later on, in the 70s, they cut those programs.
Oh yeah,
they did.
Do that no more.
They've been minimized more and more every year.
You gotta take the class, you gotta get a statement. You didn't have to do that.
yeah. In the 30s, did you know Hebrew in the black schools? Hebrew was a spoken language that was taught in those schools. They took that out. Wonder why?
Guess what? In the 1990s and the 1920s, guess what? When they had Black Wall Street and Rosewood, guess what? They put us on the. Okay, we're gonna just leave them alone. And they seen us flourish without a doubt. They said, hell no.
And there was a campaign throughout the nation. That wasn't just in Rosewood and West Nine. That was Tennessee. They was all over the place. Wait a minute. They knocked all this stuff down. They don't tell you this. They knocked all this stuff down because they seen, no, we can't leave them by themselves. Because they knew we were gonna own America. They were gonna be having, instead of Chinatown, it'd be a Negro town. You know what I'm saying? They'd have been like, I'm talking about, and that's the whole city. You'd be like, man, shut it down. Shut it down.
Have anybody seen the video on social media where they had these kids and they was lined up? They were gonna do a race. But the white dude said, before we start, he started asking them questions. Who got both parents in the home? Who got money to go to school? Who parents support them? He just asked them. So every time they answered one of the questions, they moved up closer.
Yeah.
And before the race started, you had white kids that was already almost at the finish line, and black kids who ain't even left the starting line yet. So when they raced, did the black dude still win? I think he came close to still winning, just showing how far we got to go and how they already there. It showed the differential was so big when you start factoring in all those things. Who got a parent in prison? Who got money for college and things like this? They set it up so we can be so far behind them. And we got to play harder, run harder, work harder to even try to catch up. That's how they wanted it to be. Because like the brother said, when we are on the even playing field, they know it's over. And they can't let all these Negroes be on the even playing field. Like they say, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Well, I heard one brother say, hey, it's hard to do that when you ain't got no boots. I'm gonna pull myself up. So yeah, they systematically did that thing. It's not a coincidence or a mystery about that thing. They know what we about.
Let's go to finish 13. Same Job 5.
Job chapter 5, verse 13. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. The stuff they think they doing, he said, I'm gonna use that. Read.
And the counsel of the forward is carried headlong.
Read.
They meet with darkness in the daytime.
They meet with darkness in the daytime. Go ahead.
That means deceitful.
Go ahead.
And grope in the noonday as in the night.
As in the night. Go ahead.
But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty.
So that's one thing we gotta be happy about. Like I said, this is a blessing and a curse. You got a curse because they coming at you. They doing all kinds of stuff. They planning for you. The blessed is the Most High got us. The Most High got us. Us, man. That should make you just happy. You know, you got some over righteous brother. No, you don't get in your emotions. No, I'm happy no more. I don't care what you talking about. I'm happy with those all. All right, let's go.
Let them read that verse 14 one time.
Go ahead.
They meet with darkness in the daytime, and grope in the noonday as in the night.
So you got these Edomites with all these different so-called secret societies, Freemasons, Bohemian Groves, all this stuff, plotting and doing. We gonna orchestrate the world events and things like this, right? It ain't gonna work. They came up with the UN, the EU, and we watching right before our eyes. The Most High unravel that thing, man. He gon' disappoint their devices of craftiness. No matter how smart, how much we gonna work together. We gonna meet in secret, and we gonna plot against these people. And the Most High just gonna take that thing apart because he gonna put somebody like Trump in that they think is pushing their agenda. Yeah, it looked like he pushing their racist agenda. But where he really pushing the Most High agenda because he unraveling all these things that need to be unraveled. Because if they put a square Republican in there, he gonna go right along with the same program and not the feathers of their program. But they put Trump in there, and he like, oh no, he played by different rules. Yeah, they ain't never seen nothing like this before because the Most High making them do these things, man.
And it's also going into, like I was bringing out, which y'all heard about think tanks, where they think of ways to keep the nation of Israel in sin. So the Most High is giving us input. They really do this type of stuff. Congregate amongst each other. Hey, what can you do? They not gonna say it in those different type of words and make it plain for brothers and sisters because that's what they know. They have sometimes our people in there to enforce their agenda as well. Like TD Snakes now, Ricky Gay Rush now. You know, they are part of that agenda too. Don't think that they getting off scot-free. Go ahead,
And that's why he said, I'm gonna let you get there. That's why he said about them being in their own craftiness. Because a lot of them, they in panic now. They all sit together. You got some in panic, others like, wait a minute, don't worry about it. Because you got the UN that's asking for reparations, man. Y'all need to probably go ahead and get them some money. Because the UN, you know, they told that to the United States. Because everything is in confusion. The Most High is using their craftiness against them. But go ahead. You said you had.
Yeah, I'm going to bring out a precept. First Thessalonians chapter 5. We'll start at verse 2. Just a quick little precept going into what Aqua just reaching it because they do have a counselor. Y'all, what's that rapper name that they say he was an Israelite? What's his name? No, the other Kendrick Lamar. Listen to one of his songs came up on the radio talking about it was a secret society. Talking about loyalty. I'm like, dang, you said that you was Israelite. You rapping about a secret society about them? And you better wake up, man. First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 2. Get that, read that up.
First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Because we know that the day of the Lord is coming, so we preparing for that thing because we know it. Read up.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon
He said,
them.
because they're going to say peace and safety. They trying to make, man, everything all right. They trying to assure everything all right. No, destruction is coming upon them, man. And no matter what kind of secret counsel they get, destruction is coming. Read.
As travail upon a woman with child.
Because guess what? When you know how a woman have birth, guess what? It ain't easy for them. Read up.
And they shall not escape.
And they will not escape this wrath of the Lord coming. Because Christ coming, guess what? The Mashiach Yahushua, he going to tread on wine press alone.
Y'all listen to them clues, man. He said once they scream peace and safety, then suddenly Brad coming. Let's let you know it's gonna quiet down a little bit. We all gonna be singing Kumbaya, then boom. So that's a hint, man.
Yeah.
And now they're gonna be USA, US, boom. Let's go back to Nehemiah chapter 4 and 9. Start at 9.
Book Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 9. Nevertheless, we made our prayer unto our God and set a watch against them.
And that's one thing we got to start doing. Man, the Bible said man must pray always, man, at every moment. And a lot of times when you get in the truth, don't your mind always stand on your mind always on the Most High. You always think, well, everything. That's what you should do. I don't know how y'all live. I know that's what I do as soon as I got in this truth. That's all for me to not have my mind on it all the time about any little thing. But go ahead. You can't watch TV. It's on. You gonna be, you trying to figure everything out now. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, we made our prayer unto our God and set a watch against them day and night because of them.
Go ahead.
And Judah said, the strength of the bearers of burdens is decayed, and there is much rubbish.
They gotten tired, man, and there's much rubbish. There's still a lot of stuff not finished. Go ahead.
So that we are not able to build the wall. And our adversary said, they shall not know, neither see, till we come in the midst among them.
See, because they don't got a plan. They trying to get in there. Stop that from going on. That's our adversary. They're against us and the Most High. Go ahead.
Until we come in the midst among them and slay them and cause the work to cease.
They come in. That's exactly what they doing as we speak. They trying their best to get in. Some people they slaying.
And that's what we tell brothers and sisters like, y'all. Do not fall for this, man.
Exactly.
Their agenda is to stop this work from being pushed to the four corners of the earth for carrying out the Most High's agenda of waking up the 12 tribes, man.
Yes.
So if we know that that's what they're trying to do, do not let them, man.
Exactly.
Because guess what? It's going to be trials and tribulations to come up in your life. Guess what? Push through that in spite of, man. Come on, man. You don't let a little situation stop you from doing the Lord's work, man. We cannot take the excuses, man, because the Most High is not going to take the excuses.
Man, look here. And if we show foul, guess what? Take the rebuke and move on, man. Guess what? We think up here we don't rebuke each other. Man, you should hear how we talk to each other, man. You would think like, man, is they finna fight or what?
You're like, hold up, brothers. After let me call you back, man. Let me get on the phone with the captain.
Straighten this thing out.
Brothers don't need to hear some of this stuff that we finna talk about, man.
That's how I got to roll, man. Because guess what? If we out here trying to feed y'all, then how we gonna feed y'all and we ain't got our stuff together? Right. We got to have this thing together. Guess what? That's why you see all of us up here. Because guess what? If he says something, we all in agreement with it. And guess what? We're gonna make sure we giving it to the people the right way. So guess what? They can't just say, "Hey, Maccabee, you said it the wrong way." No, we said this the wrong way. You understand that? But guess what? Now, when all of us in agreement, now guess what? Now, all of us said this the wrong way. If you think we said it the wrong way, but show us through the scriptures that it's the wrong way. Not just your mouth. These scriptures gonna have to line up. But guess what? We'll conform to ours if it's wrong. But if you're wrong, could you conform to yours? That's the thing. Go ahead, up.
Praises. Finish that up. Let me keep.
Verse 12, Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 12. And it came to pass that when the Jews which dwelt by them came, they said unto us 10 times, from all places whence ye shall return unto us, they will be upon you.
He said they said up the 10 times. That's a lot of preachers in the wall, boy. They had to tell them again and again and again and again. 10 times. Go ahead.
Man, can I get verse 11 again? Because I just got something going through my mind when I read that.
Go ahead.
Verse 11. And our adversary said, they shall not know, neither see, till we come in the midst among them and slay them and cause the work to cease.
Man, they've been saying this from the beginning, man. And I swear, when I read this, I think about Black Wall Street. I think about Rosewood. I think about the Black Panthers. I think about the civil rights movement. Like the brother said earlier, they infiltrated us in every way so that they could slay us and destroy us, and they succeeded every single time. But that's because our people wasn't keeping these laws, statutes, commandments. Whenever we keep these laws, statutes, commandments, they can't do that thing, man, because we got our understanding up and we understand who the enemy is. See, all them other times we thinking that those people are not our enemy. Like they'll say they're the enemy, but then they'll let a white girl be in the Black Panthers. They'll let a fake Jew be a part of the civil rights movement. Traded in. That's all they want to be able to do. But in this truth, man, we know who the enemy is. And the Lord tells us to never trust thine enemies so that they can't do these things right here. They always plotting and thinking about how they can bring us down.
And let's go farther than Black Wall Street. Look at the days of Noah. They were looking at Noah like, the hell you building that boat for? Man, ain't nothing gonna happen. Noah said, yes, it will. He said, yes, it will. They tried to stop Noah from doing that, man. Noah's laughing at him. Thought this was something crazy.
It ain't never rained on
It
earth.
never rained in Southern California. It ain't never rained in Southern California.
They said, oh man, it's not gonna happen.
You can't believe it. They can't believe it.
But it did. Now panic and fear set in. Guess what? On the 8 majors, man.
Hanging on that though. Let me. Let's go back, man. Let's go finish this up.
Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 13. Therefore, sit I in the lower places behind the wall and on the higher places, I even set the people after their families with their swords, their spears, and their bows.
Good.
14. And I looked and rose up and said unto the nobles and to the rulers and to the rest of the people, be not afraid of them.
What?
Be not afraid of them.
Man, without all that stuff. Nehemiah seen all of it going on, man. This is it. He prepared. Man, hold on. What's good? Who is that moving in the bushes? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What they doing over there? Nehemiah said, okay, hold on. We need to prepare. Hold on, hey, man. Hey, y'all get your swords, get your shields. I need you to go over there on that hill. I need you to. Nehemiah is setting this whole thing. Wait a minute. That's what we need to do in the nation of Israel. Get in position and get prepared. Because it might happen at any time, like the brother read, like a thief in the night. He might, hey, we don't know. We don't know when our enemy might come one day and say, everybody going back to slavery today. You're going to be trying to go in there and get your little old 22. Hold on. Oh, yeah, not me. And they're going to be sitting out there with about 12 AK and a goddamn tank at your front door.
I'll be dead.
You come out.
No, you think you're going to get away from them. Soon you're going to run out and get that 22. That drone will be right there behind you. Follow you just like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, where we at?
Be not afraid. Be not ye afraid of them. Remember the Lord.
He said, remember, because he said we ain't supposed to be afraid. This is written in our laws for us not to. Let's get the Numbers chapter 4 and 9. Sure. Got fired up a little bit. Let's go, baby.
Book of Numbers, chapter 4, verse 9. And they shall take a cloth of blue and cover the candlestick of the light and his lamps and his tongues and his snuff dish and all the oil vessels thereof.
Did I get the wrong one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did get the
Give me
wrong one.
Nehemiah 6:13. I got y'all.
You got me? Yeah, it's nice.
What you want? Numbers? Read that then. Go ahead. 4 and 19.
You want Numbers?
Yeah.
4 and 19.
I know another one. Don't worry about it. Go to Deuteronomy 10 and 7. Still in the law. But it's one back there. I'll find out. I don't know what I did. Then I'm gonna pick yours out. What you got too?
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse.
Oh, my tripping. What you got?
Give me Nehemiah 6:13 right quick. It's like we say, even going back to verse 13, be not afraid of them. And we done brought this precept once before. We're gonna get one in the Old Testament and one in the New Testament. Read that out.
Nehemiah chapter 6, verse 13. Therefore was he hired, that I should be afraid, and do so, and sin that they might have matter.
Hold on, read that again. Read that slow out.
Therefore was he hired, that I should be afraid, and do so, and sin.
So guess what? Being afraid is what? Sin, according to the Bible. So they hired these other nations to make Nehemiah sin or to be afraid. So what? He could stop doing the work of the Lord, man. So it'll be times and situations where, guess what? Troubles may come upon brothers and sisters, man. But guess what? Don't be afraid in that situation, man. Because he's giving us insight that they gonna come after us, man. Read on up.
And that they might have matter for an evil report, that they might reproach me.
Because guess what? When being afraid comes around, that thing spread like wildfire, man. One brother get fearful, then guess what? Other brothers get fearful, then guess what? It trickles down to the sisters, then to the children. So guess what? The Most High say, put that out from amongst us. Give me 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7.
Say, it's like that Cedric the Entertainer.
Yeah. I know you talk.
Brother just take off running.
Brother just running, boy.
Everybody take off running, boy.
You know, so-called us Israelites, but we ain't trying to wait around for the trouble. We just see somebody running, everybody running, man. Y'all just run. What we running for? I don't know, but let's just run.
I did it, boy. I ran almost a mile. As soon as I fell out my feet, it was 100 degrees downtown, and I'm up with burning feet. Don't know what we running for until I see that everybody finally slow down. I slow down when everybody slow down. But if they would have ran the forward from downtown Dallas, I would have been with them. We'd have ran that 26 mile out of 80. No, we would have ran the map. We would have sprinted that 26 miles.
Say, then I seen a video on social media where this dude it was a group of people sitting down outside. He just come through, just cut through. They just get up, all of them just go.
I see this.
Israel ain't playing no games with that danger, man.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, what? Somebody come up in here right now. He clear the room out
Say, the Edomites be like, what's going on?
Hey.
What's going on, buddy? Get out of here. We ain't taking no chance.
Give me that 2 Timothy 1:6, man. But guess what? As we start to put back on these commandments, man, we got to put that fear away as well.
Exactly.
We have to put that
I
back.
found that long.
You did.
Yeah.
Read that right quick, guys.
1 Timothy, 2 Timothy 1:6.
1:7.
1:7.
Did you want to read 6?
No.
Oh, go ahead,
For God has not given us the spirit of fear.
Read that again,
For God has not given us the spirit of fear.
God didn't give us that spirit of fear. That's why you see, like, even, we hate to keep referencing Facebook. You see this black brother fighting by 5 cops out there, man.
Mm-hmm.
We pray, brother, repent, come up out of that thing, man. But guess what? He didn't give us the spirit of fear. That's why you see David as a young boy take on what Goliath was about 9 feet tall, man.
Mm-hmm.
We don't care. We ain't got that spirit of fear like the other nations do in that sense when we back in our right spirit. Read that again from the top up.
For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power.
But of what?
But of power.
Read on up.
And of love. And of a sound mind.
We have to have that sound mind. We have to have all 3 of those to be able to walk in the spirit of not fear, of none fear. Go ahead.
Let me get back up with that Matthew 10 and verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. And that's what a lot of people got a problem. They don't fear the Most High, but they fear the white man. And the Lord said, don't fear him that can kill the body. That's the wrong thing to be worried about, because like the brother brought out, he ain't even give us the spirit of fear. They put that on us in slavery. You know what I'm saying? But when we working up under the power of the Most High, we fear nothing out here, man. We only supposed to fear the Most High.
All right, that's our one. I found it.
What you got?
It's Numbers 14 and 9. I forgot to put some ones in front of this thing. Did that twice, huh? I just wanted that. I'm just gonna give one just to let y'all know it's in the law. Written in the laws that we shouldn't even have that fear. Go ahead.
Book of Numbers, chapter 14, verse 9. Only rebel not ye against the Lord, neither fear ye the people of the land.
You know what's we the thing we don't fear the Most High, but we fear everything else. We fear everything else. It's sauce in the water. We ain't going past 2 foot in the ocean. No, that somebody said that we won't even get on the plane, and when them Arabs get on there now, they change my ticket. I'll take the next flight. But boy, when it comes to the Most High, we don't fear him at all. We just run around and do that anything we want to do. Somebody, the Most High watching you. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, that's just like one of the brews. I was looking at that thing, man. This brew dude was battling against one of the brews. This dude dropped a condom out of his pocket. I'm looking at this dude. I said, man, you know what? You think the Most High can't kill him through that condom, man? For real, like what you gonna do against the Lord, man? He can get you any way he want to, man. You think this wild just because ain't nobody see you doing the wrong thing, like the Lord ain't got them angels recording that thing, man. They watching everything, man. The Lord's eyes is 10,000 times right in the eyes, man. Then the sun.
Yeah, the sun. I was gonna say, I don't know.
Sun. I just got that wrong.
That
The
ain't
sun.
saying much than that brighter than mine.
We get, man. Need to magnify that thing. All praise.
Go ahead, let's finish that out of now.
Numbers 14 and 9. Only rebel not ye against the Lord, neither fear ye the people of the land. For they are bread for us. Their defense is departed from them, and the Lord is with us. Fear them not.
He said, don't worry about none of that. Don't worry about that army that's sitting over there loaded up with all their little equipment over there. Got all kind of bombs, got all kind of trucks, missiles. I don't worry about that. I ain't finna be tripping off you. God, why people shoot at us, man, and miss us and hit the other one on hit the other white man on the other side? So I'm not gonna worry about that, man. Bomb go right over us to we got them cornered. Shoot the missiles, they go right over us and blow up each other on the other side. We're not worried about that, man. Sweating you. I got a gun, so I got a Bible, some scriptures, some precepts, some law, statutes, and commandments. Beat that.
Bring this precept out.
Go ahead.
Psalm chapter 27, verse 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. I could go on that whole day going in on that one, man.
And that's what they gonna do out there, stumble and fall, man. They cannot bother us, man. Only thing is, we hop right back in that spirit of fear. We wonder why now all of a sudden now they can attack us. Because you just open the door for them to come in. When as soon as you start having fear about what's going on. I remember this girl, this is right before I got in the truth too. And it was right when one of them Arabs did something. You know, they blew up something. You know, they blew up something. And she was like, the girl got scared and said, they gonna kill us all. I was like, she was really scared. And I'm looking like, God, this didn't even happen in America. It was way over there. She was already scared. They're gonna be here. Our people panicking like a mother. Boy, I said, boy. And when I got in this truth, that I remember that so vivid because it showed me wow, people in panic and everything. And that's what they do. They try to get you to fear everything. Don't eat this because it's got that. The Bible tells us, y'all done put dung in our food. What else can I fear? You done already defiled the food.
Do in the food.
But then you're going to scare me with something else. You're going to scare me with this? Well, the Bible tells me that's what y'all did anyway. So why should I fear that? Every tactic they got is in this Bible. So why should it surprise you? Why should you fear when they come up? You're going to get cancer. You can get cancer from everything. Now you get cancer for drinking water. Ooh, how you get cancer? You know, I got thirsty. Went to that store, bought that bottle of water. I came out, bam, cancer. I mean, that's just how it is now. They want you to feel everything now. I mean, you can't look in the sun. Why not? I can't go outside. You know, the sun right now, you know, I give you and they'll make up lymphomia. Then you see a commercial about it. Then they tell you, go get the pills. And here you are, thinking because you looked at the sun that you got to rush out and go buy some pills that cost $700 a bottle. And you up there and went to the bank, got a loan to go back to give them some money to get some pills so you can walk outside. That's what they had in America. Look at the commercial. It used to be the doctor gave you and told you, hey, you need to take this. Now the commercial saying, look, go tell your doctor that you got all these symptoms. You know, do your feet hurt sometimes? Yeah, they do. Because I was walking all yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But they got you thinking, you about to die. And here you are, doctor, I need this. You prescribe me this.
You can have whatever you like.
And the doctor subscribes it to you. You go home, you pay $500 a bottle. You go home, your foot don't hurt tomorrow, but now your kidney's gone.
Well, next month you see a commercial.
Yeah.
You're taking Lama's.
Yes. File a complaint, file a lawsuit. So your kids can spend your money. You ain't gonna spend it, you finna die. And that's what they got you, man. America is a fear tactic country.
Because
That's all they do.
because they know that they can have they keep you in sin. That's one of the curses that the Lord put upon them. That's what they did. They knew that they can do us like this. Matter of fact, Deuteronomy 28:25. Right quick now, that ain't good. Read it up. Deuteronomy, it's the curse. It's the curse because what we done.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 25. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thy enemies.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them.
That's what happened. You go out one way, get what flee, get what the police come on the block, where every Negro out there standing on the corner got the run, man. One police car, man. He might get out the car look like Barney Fife, man. Get away. And these people sitting up there looking like the Macho Man, man, and they gonna take off, man.
And the other run, I can understand why that brother run. He got a pocket full of crack, but you just got a bag of M&M's. She running for. Come out eating M&M's. They run the law. So that's why our people in fear, man. That's why they shooting you in the street, so you can fear them at all times. They get mad at us because we don't fear them. I know you just shot JoJo, so you gonna have to do that again with me, partner. I'm not finna back down because you shot JoJo last week. JoJo was in sin. The most I took him out. We stand bold as a lion around here.
Let me back.
Go ahead.
Let me back on what I just brought out a little bit. Going into that fear, Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 17. The Lord said, I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. Like they're doing right now. They're slaying us before our enemies. And they that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursueth you. So, like we was talking about earlier, it ain't got to be nobody chasing. But boy, we think if one of us is running, we all go. Because why? We got that fear up in us.
And guess what? We know the wicked flee
When
and no man pursue.
And you know, you've been like that before, boy, when something you thought came and you done took off, run, then look back, like, I tripped out. I tripped out.
And you know what I just said about the wicked flee with no man pursue, because verse 18 say, and if ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins. So that proved we were being wicked. That's why he allowed this stuff to happen. So the wicked flee when no man pursue it. So like when our brothers out there on the street corners, all you gotta do is run by them. You don't take off running. Just say
Let's go back to Nehemiah and start at verse 15.
Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 15. And it came to pass, when our enemies heard that it was known unto us, and God had brought their counsel to naught, that we returned all of us to the wall.
You say when he brought all that stuff they were doing, you got to get back to work. Let's get back to work and breach up this wall, man. We got business to attend to. Most I had to shut that pit stuff down from them so we can get back to. We all got our big eye on them, wondering what they're gonna do. No, get back to the business at hand and build up our nation. Go ahead.
Everyone into his work. 16. And it came to pass from that time forth that the half of my servants wrought in the work, and the other half of them held both the spears and shields and the bow.
See, let me show you. You see what he did? He had set posts of people. Here, get all the swords and all your spears. Get on these posts. Then he said, "Man, hold on. Let me." He told the workers, "Here, y'all, while y'all building this wall, carry a sword with you, just in case they attack while we trying to do this." He getting prepared No, I don't know what they're gonna do, but we're gonna build this wall and we're gonna be prepared at the same time. And that's how we need to be as a nation. We need to keep building our people up and be prepared for anything, for war at any moment. We got to be prepared for any kind of attack that they finna attack us with. We still got to be prepared. But at the same time, we still got to build our wall.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And the Habergeans and the rulers were behind all the house of Judah.
They all together now. Okay. I see what Nehemiah doing. Yeah, you know. Nehemiah, you got to understand, he just come out the captivity, man. He trying to, shoot, I ain't going back. That's why Nehemiah came mad. Then I'm like, who got these white women up in there? Nehemiah started yanking out people, yanking hairs and cutting necks, and these men wild. Nehemiah didn't want none of that. I don't care if this your wife. And kick her in the throat. You know, he don't care. I don't care. Get them out of here. That's how I was wind. I just got out of penitentiary. That's how I got there. I ain't going back. Cleaning this mess up right now. Get all this done. We got to build this wall. Let's get to work. Build our nation. Let's get to work. I don't know. Not doing it again. And we should be tired of this captivity right here in America. Tired of it. To the point where we got to go to work and build our wall. Build our nation. Read.
Verse 17. They which build it on the wall, and they that bear burdens with those that laid it. Everyone with one of his hands wrought in the work, and with the other hand held a weapon.
Yeah, everybody was there. Everybody was doing their job, but at the same time, they had their hand on their weapon. Ready for war too, just in case y'all get to talking about or thinking about some stuff that y'all ain't supposed to be. We don't think that we just building on this wall and ain't ready. Don't think we building this nation. Don't think we ain't hitting them streets and we ain't ready.
That's right.
Because like we tell them all the time, we'll die for this truth here. People don't understand, but they gon' and guess what? They gonna try to test us on that. To see if they really about that. All right.
Like I say, and the thing is, sometimes you have to fight on double fronts, man.
Yes.
Sometimes it be too hard for some brothers and sisters, man, especially for some brothers. And we got to hold our working tool and our weapon in our hand. I can't do two things at once. You know, it's too hard for me, Lord. You know, we got to always remember the Most High is not going to put too much on you that he feel like you ain't going to bear.
Yeah.
You know?
And if you're complaining about one thing, how can you do another thing? If this little bitty thing over here bothering you, if this little bitty problem over here bothering you, how could you go and do another thing when that little bitty thing is bothering you? And then war come upon you? War come upon you. And you bothered by all these little bitty things. My son, you know, he just don't want to get right with, oh, well. You do what you got to do. Get back to your business. Get to work, like you say. Everybody can get back to work. We done got a nation now with a lot of lazy people now. Don't want to work on nothing. Work. I already got a job. Esau gave me one. But when the Most High tell you something to do, you don't want to do nothing. Nothing. Let's get out of that mess. Come on. Go ahead.
For the build, verse 18. For the builders, everyone had swords girded by his side, and so built it. And he that sounded the trumpet was by me.
He said they got the trumpet man by him too. So he read it too. If he see anything fishy out there, here, we blow that thing.
It's going down.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
It's about to go down.
Wait a minute. Somebody running in them bushes. Here, hit that. I'll blow it. Yeah. And then the man who just laying that brick, pull that sword out and tear him up. Them brothers on top of that tower start throwing them spears down. We prepared. We were ready for this. We ain't finna letting them get through these gates. We trying to build a nation. We breaching these things up. We putting it together. We ain't playing with y'all. We ain't playing with none of these nations no more. They gonna take us serious. I don't know if they don't. We gonna do what we supposed to do because the Most High commanded us to do these things.
And we gotta be like Nehemiah too, man. Just like we said, King David, Nehemiah wasn't having it. Nehemiah was like, man, I'm not going for this no more, man. Nehemiah had a game plan.
Yeah.
And Nehemiah was ready to fight for this thing, man. That's like the scripture I pulled the other day, Nehemiah 13:21. Then I testified to them and said unto them, why lies you about the wall? If you do so again, I will lay hands on you. From that time forth, they came no more on the Sabbath. So these brothers was breaking the Sabbath. Nehemiah said, hold up, sound the trumpet, like I just said. Sound the trumpet. Sick it is. I'm about to start dropping brothers, man. I'm talking about line it up, man. Line up. You first, you next. I'm gonna show you, man. I got the power of the Most High God. I mean, I'm not going back into captivity. Hey,
Nehemiah was up in that penitentiary. My mother had them buckets of water like a song on. Nehemiah was ready when he got out there, mud, cut up around that mud, man, looking like He-Man.
We gotta be that, man. We tired of seeing our people.
He had to straighten that thing out.
Nehemiah was prepared, man. He was like, man. And I say, and that goes to y'all brothers too who done got out the penitentiary. Don't get out the penitentiary going back in the world acting a fool. Get out of the penitentiary knowing you're Israelite to come do this work. Right. That's what you do. We got something for you to do. I ain't got nothing to do since I've been out. Come on.
Stand right there.
I got something for you to do. We got plenty of work for you to do. Go ahead. Would you add something, Nehemiah?
No.
Okay, go back.
Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 19. And I said unto the nobles, and to the rulers, and to the rest of the people, the work is great and large.
We know we got a lot of stuff to do. Go ahead.
And we are separated upon the wall, one far from another.
Yeah, he says a lot of room. We covering a lot of area, one far from another. Go ahead.
In what place, therefore, ye hear the sound of the trumpet?
When you hear that trumpet, that's what that trumpet for. We know everybody spread out all over the place. But keep your ears open, because I'm going to blow this trumpet and it's on. Go ahead.
Resort ye thither unto us, and God shall fight for us.
See, the Most High going to fight for us. Y'all just stick with the plan, building our nation. Stay with what we're doing. Stay with keeping these law, statutes, and commandments. Don't worry about it. The Most High fight for us. Go ahead.
And guess what? I'm going to show y'all something. You know, always on the spiritual aspect. The sword they're trying to keep for us in this modern day. It's this. Keep it close and near to you while you doing the work at all times.
At all times.
When you at work, guess what? I ain't telling you to bring it to your workout. Just keep it in your car. Keep it near and dear to you. You should always have it and always have your weapon with you. This is your
got an app. I should have your app right there on your telephone.
Well, somebody.
A lot of our brothers don't understand that the biggest thing that the white man has done to them was turn them away from their own weapon.
And most of the people that say that all the time, I notice, boy, that's a defeated people, boy. Yeah. You can look in their eyes and just see the defeated in them. That's the white man's book. And I'm talking about they ain't got a pot to piss in. That's the white man. Well, you better grab somebody's book and learn something. But they just like, that's the word. Don't know, just heard it. It's the easiest thing to say. That's the easiest thing. That's the white man book. I ain't got to. It makes it easy for them. Yeah, but they turn right around and got a cup in their hand. Can I please get $1? But that's the white man's book. But you need the white man dollar though. It just makes no sense.
Can we read this one precept? Give me Deuteronomy 4 and 6 right quick. Then we'll go right back. Because this precept right here goes when like you said, people say, "Oh, it's a white man book." But if you will only read this precept right here, I hope it can help to conform somebody's mind to give a little bit better understanding of what they got. Read it up.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 6. Keep therefore and do them.
These are the commandments. Read up.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
This Bible is the wisdom and understanding in the sight of all the nations, man. So when they say, "Oh, this is the white man's book," guess what? You taking your wisdom away. You taking your understanding away. Because this right here separated us from all the other nations. Was this Bible separated us, man? Because he knew that we follow the wisdom of this Bible. No nation can touch us at all. Read up.
And say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
He's going to say, because when we keep this Bible, he's going to say, surely this nation of Israel is a wise and understanding people. Because this is our wisdom. But when you take this wisdom away, then you down now. We the fool. Go ahead, up.
Let's go back to Nehemiah.
Let me land me back off that up, because knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, they know this thing, right? And if this was a white man book, then why in Maccabees, First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 56, it say, and when they had rent in pieces the books of the law, which they found, they burned them with fire. If this is a white man book, then why King Antiochus ordered them to burn our books with fire? And it say, and wheresoever was found with any the book of the testament, or if any consented to the law, the king's commandment was that they should put him to death. Thus did they by their authority unto the Israelites every month, to as many as were found in the cities. So if this was a white man book, then why was they burning our books?
And killing us.
Because they knew that this was our knowledge, wisdom, and understanding inside of the nation. So they had to separate us as far as possible from our book. And also, if it was a white man book, then how come the white man ain't doing everything that the book say do? They not doing nothing that the book say do. But our people wouldn't know that because they ain't doing nothing that the book say do.
Let's go to Isaiah 22 and 9.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 22, verse 9. Ye have seen also the breaches of the city of David, that they are many.
Because when David, the city of David had a lot of our flowing water that went through it, that was turned into, like, where you had bath water and drinking water. He had that going through. We had a lot of breaches. It was getting old at this time. And there was a lot of breaches that was in there. Just like it is right now today in Israel. It's a lot of breaches in Israel now. A lot of places for things to break down. A lot of places for holes to develop. A lot of destruction in some areas that has to be repaired. Go ahead.
That they are many, and ye gather together the waters of the lower pool.
Yeah, see, they are many. It's a lot of them in there. You got Christianity, one of the breaches up in there. You got Islam, Buddha, Scientology, all these different breaches that we got to go and repair. It's a lot of work we got to do, because people got to go learn all these things to see what they're doing, so we can go and attack them and prepare them and make the medicine for them and start fixing these places up. So it's a lot of work. If they just get over here and just read, go study some stuff. So therefore, it might not be me that know it. You might be the one that know it. So we all work as the same team, and we'll be able to prepare this whole nation and start fixing up these breaches around it. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And ye have numbered the houses of Jerusalem, and the houses have ye broken down to fortify the wall.
And see, sometimes that's another thing. We gotta break down these houses. Some of this stuff, this garbage everybody running around here, we gotta break that down and use that broken down material and repair this darn wall. So yeah, sometimes you go get in the truth. You gotta be broke down. You gotta get out of that mess you was in, or the mess that you are in. It's gotta be broken down, and we'll break all that down and use that material to fix this, patch this hole up, and fix our walls. But we gotta break some things down. So don't be surprised when you gotta go up there and your mama don't like what you're saying, or your people mad at you, or your wife mad because of it. Oh well. If I gotta break you down, that's what I'm gonna do. And just pick you up and patch that hole with you.
That's right. Because the thing is, when you breaking things down, that's the point. But you have to build back up.
Exactly.
Because we cannot, because there's a lot of people in Israel, they ready to break anything down, but they don't ready to build it back up. And a lot of them don't even got the comprehension to build back up, because they so used to just tearing things down and just leaving it as is. But as Ak is going to do it, we want y'all to get an understanding that when you break, just like even you dealing with your parents or dealing with your wife or your children, whoever you're dealing with, once you break them down with the Bible, now it's time to build them up with this Bible too. The same switch you use to whoop their butt, the same switch you need to use to give them understanding of what's going wrong and to build them up too with this.
And it's saying that in with this chapter, what you just said, read that again. 10.
And ye have numbered the houses of Jerusalem, and the houses have ye broken down.
So you got to break them down.
To fortify the wall.
To fortify, to build back up. You got to break something. Sometimes you got to break some people down, like what, Eric B, not Eric B, what's that group? Broken down to his very last compound. You got to knock all that down till it ain't nothing left, and then begin to build. Because some people are so destroyed, man. That even if you just knock one layer off, man, it's another one up under there. Then you got to deal with that. So the best thing to do, knock it down. Quit running around here fixing boards up when the whole house ain't no good. You might well knock it down and rebuild the house. Let's go to find out some of these causes what we're doing. Go to Proverbs 15 and 4. Because now we on the causes for the breaches. You know, let it go.
Proverbs chapter 15, verse 4. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit.
See, then the perverse, see, a wholesome tongue, that's a tree of life. When you giving people these laws, statutes, and commandments, this word of the Most High, that's a tree of life. But when you in perverseness with them, perverse mouth, therewith is a breach in the spirit. When y'all talking and arguing about some dumb stuff, you ain't doing no putting a breach in their spirit and your spirit too. Now that's got to be prepared. That's another thing. Quit tearing up stuff when I'm trying to fix something else. When we trying to fix it, they say, quit running over there, poking holes. They want us to come over there and fix that. So now we got to stop what we doing to run over here to fix this little hole that you had no business doing. You just want to sit in that board, ain't doing no work, poking holes in the wall. I got water coming in my house. We'll drown these.
All praise.
God dang, quit poking holes in the wall. We just fixed all that. And here y'all go back and go, I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna run up here and do that. We just deal with that. How can we get this built if you keep on running and doing other stuff? Putting holes in the wall. Why? Can't. Get prepared, man. Come back. You know what? Come do this work. You won't be idle-handed, idle-minded. See, that idle mind, boy, niggas do all kind of stuff. But why would you ever seen your kids just sitting there bored, do some stupid stuff? You'd be like, what you doing that for? I'm bored.
Well, I'm gonna show you how bored to get.
Yeah. I'm gonna put you to work. I know my daddy, boy, that mother used to get you up at 5 in the morning. Go mow the lawn. I ain't even know it's dark. Grass wet and everything. He knew that every weekend. And you tell him every day, but he be like, well, get your butt up out of bed. Well, since you're up, why don't you clean the garage out? That's what we did. I'm talking about, and his cleaning the garage, take everything out the garage, take some laundry detergent, wash the walls, wash the floors, let it dry, then put everything back in order neatly. That was called that was cleaning the garage then. And that was every Saturday. Well, since you're up. Well, since you're up.
Glad I ain't lived y'all.
Man, that was you know, hey, that's one thing he couldn't stand, laziness. One thing you wasn't gonna, ain't no naps in the daytime. You'll be sleepwalking. That's the only way you gonna take a nap in the daytime. You know, man, he ain't finna, he watching y'all. Boy, get that left eye open. Because you ain't falling asleep. You ain't finna be lazy here. And we shouldn't be lazy in Israel. That's our problem. We done been asleep so long, we done woke up and now we doing got up out the bed and went to the couch and sat down. What a remote. Flipping channel. Or that PlayStation. Let's do that. And they say, let's go to work. Work. For what? Come on, let's go. No, let me go. Let's go. We in Proverbs. We give me that. Proverbs 15:4. Oh no, we already did that. Yeah. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 30, verse 12. But y'all understanding what we mean if we need to repair these breaches up, man? Are y'all getting that? I just want to make sure, this lesson is going across to a lot of our people. And we learning some stuff. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 12. Wherefore, thus said the Holy One of Israel, because you despised his word.
Oh, whoa. He did what?
Because you despised this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon.
He said, see, we trust in oppression. This is why under the breaches in our wall. We trust in this system. We trust in America and thinking that this is how we get out. God bless America. When God said, I'm going to tear it all down, what is you trusting in it for?
Matter of fact,
that's where you're getting your perverseness from.
Jump up a verse, because it's going to go directly into that. Read verse 11 now.
Isaiah 30 and 11. Get you out of the way. Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
Because the Holy One of Israel, that's who was fighting for us through all our battles.
Yes.
We cause them to cease because guess what we want to do? Trust in America and everything that they got and their philosophies and the things that they do. But now we cause the Holy One of Israel, but in the last days now, we waking up so the Holy One of Israel to come back to start fighting for us.
Yeah, because we once was righteous Israelites. Got caught up and love America and love everything about it. Man, we just a nasty Negro. Because we done got nasty in the mud. Everything good. Ooh, they doing that. Let's go do that. Ooh, they doing this. Let's go do this. And we just falling right behind. Right behind. Well, on TV, they said they do that. They still take this cruise with everybody. That's why sometimes we like that. Boy, when they be talking about the boat done flipped that. So, oh well, good. So, what's supposed to be on that ship on them? I'm going on the ship and have fun because they do it. So we got work to do. Got time to go to no carnival. So they better not, they gonna kick me off the boat anyway. Especially if I find the microphone around that something. They kicking me off the boat.
Like Jonah and
right up there. Yeah, we be right up there. That's right. They be like, what's going on? If you're gonna enjoy that swimming pool, well, I got the microphone. We got work to do. If I gotta go on this carnival boat, you rest assured we finna put in some work on this carnival boat.
Guess what happened? They start waking them people up like, nah, we can't do that, man. We think about that. No, we better not do that. Let's keep them on the corner, man. But what they do, they cut us off the news outlets and the media.
Yeah.
What's what they trying to do? Even trying to do to YouTube, man. It took me 2 days to drop a video. You got to go through all these different steps now in order to drop a video, man. They taking this thing. They trying to take this thing by storm, and the Most High just looking at them like, right, get them. they can't get away with it, man.
And your Facebook is next. So the only place you're gonna be, let's get out and come on. We got a spot for you on these streets. We get out every day and get on these streets and put that work in. Because you ain't gonna be able to do it too much on YouTube no more. They done got hold of that. They crafted canceling right now. And the other white boy with him, Zuckerberg, doing the same thing. He right there. Hey, hold on. How can I stop him? Because they all on my pages. Yeah, they playing. So y'all might well come on, strap up your boots if you got some boots on. Like he said, we ain't got no boots. No, we got some boots. Strap them up. Let's get on these streets and put this work in.
And guess what? Because we know that in Amos 8 and 11, it's gonna be a famine of this word in the land. It's coming. The famine of the word is coming to this land, man. We cannot think that we not read the scriptures. Matter of fact, y'all make sure y'all write that down. This should be something that y'all have in y'all arsenal to look at it on a daily basis. It's gonna be a famine of the word in the land. That's why we should learn the high holy days. That's why we should learn. That's how we should learn the law, statutes, and commandments. That's the reason why even women, the commandments that go to women, that y'all need to learn y'all different commandments that the man don't even supposed to be keeping. Y'all different laws that's supposed to be for y'all. Y'all need to learn those things so y'all can be able to follow those things. And men, y'all need to make sure that we doing it as well at our stuff, because it's gonna come a famine of the word in this land. The Bible said it's written down in this book. So guess what? It's gonna happen. Go ahead.
Go back to Isaiah. Finish that. Keep reading on that. We at 13.
Verse 13. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
See, that's a breach also. Ready to fall. Trusting in oppression. But no matter what it is, they always come back to the perverseness. Y'all ever notice that? Everything in the oppression has, that's where we get nasty. We get nasty in the mud. You had something back there? Go ahead.
Whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
Go ahead.
And he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of it a shear to take fire.
Yeah, go ahead.
To take fire from the hurt, or to take water without out of the pit.
Man, that's the only way the Most High gonna get us back, right? He gotta break us all the way down too. He can't build us up till we break us down, because we've been just loving this oppression so much, stuck on the white man's philosophy. Go ahead.
For thus said the Lord God, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall you be saved.
He said, in returning, we gotta go back. We gotta go back. If we want to have some rest, if we want to be saved out of this bull crap they call it, America, we gotta go back. Yes, we got to go back to God's law, statutes, commandments. Go ahead, finish it out.
In quietness and confidence shall be your strength, and ye would not.
And we gotta do this. We ain't gotta run out and be shouting everything, but we didn't. No, just do the work that the Most High. Shut your mouth, be calm, cool, and do the work. And do the work. And let's go to. I don't even need them. We're gonna go down to Proverbs 1:29.
Book of Proverbs chapter 1 verse 29. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
So they hated knowledge. That's like our people right now. We hate knowledge. Don't even choose the fear of the Lord. And like I said, we fear everything but the Most High. Go ahead.
And did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel.
They don't even want the counsel of the Most High. They don't want the people he put in before them to counsel them. Y'all don't need to know my business. Well, guess what? We can't pray for your business then. I don't need nobody telling me, oh, well, all right. Knock yourself out. I ain't gonna tell you what I think. I'm just gonna tell you what the Bible think anyway. What the Bible say. Go ahead.
They would none of my counsel. They despise all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way.
After going through slavery, after being at the bottom, after all that, then as soon as we get a job, we despise all that stuff that he done gave us. But he was reproving us. He was whooping us, and then here we are. As soon as somebody, the white man, come right up and give you a piece of candy, and then he your daddy.
And that's crazy. Like on verse 30, it said, they would none of my counsel. They despise all my reproof, man. Because like even sometimes we give people, sometimes people give people another counsel in different places, man. Guess what? People we are set up to give a counsel when people are going through things. Sometimes people don't like counsel. But guess what? We got to be making sure that we're giving the right counsel too, according to the Bible. Because sometimes people counsel don't line up with the Bible too. So, but the Lord said in verse 30, he said, they were none of my counsel, man. It means, guess what? We don't want to adhere to no counsel, man. It's all about what Esau got. and man, let us have some.
Yeah, that's what happened when they sit up there, man. You getting whooped. The Most High is straightening you up, and then guess what? Somebody always come along and they give you that little bitty comfort word, and now you don't care about this Bible no more because now it's whatever. I feel good when they did that. That's exactly what they're trying to do. That's exactly when we out in the streets and we out there giving you this medicine, cutting you up. Yeah, it hurts. The truth hurts. They come right along. Well, those guys are such and such and such and such. Here's $1
and a piece of cheese.
Yeah. And next thing you know, they don't even want to hear the word no more. Go ahead.
They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way.
And that's what they're gonna eat of. The fruit of their own way. I mean, Negro can't grow. What people grow at their house? That's simple. Tomato. Can't grow nothing. But that's what they're gonna eat of. I ain't got a pot to piss in, let alone some ground to grow something. But that's what they're gonna eat of. Go ahead.
And be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil.
One of the ways to repair them the breaches. That's the main way. Going back to our Most High, going back to the Most High. That's the way we repair these. Otherwise, man, we ain't gonna repair nothing. Go ahead. 33. Was you finished that one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. So like let's go to Jeremiah 14:14.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 14. Then the Lord said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name. I sent them not.
See, it's another breach in our nation. The prophets prophesy lies. Who are them out there doing this? Steve, who's out there doing this? Exactly. Who are those?
Counsel.
Yeah, there you go. TD Fakes. What's his name? Creflo, I need all your dollars. Rudy, I'm homosexual Russian to get there. And what's the joker name? George Miller. Yeah, George Meyer.
That ain't the Joker. That Joker. That's the
Joker
little
Wild.
sister.
Yeah, man.
Ain't the same tribe.
That one. Then you got Joe Holden.
Jehovah Wickedness.
Now you got Kanye West.
Oh yeah.
Kanye West.
Kanye West.
He didn't join Joe
$250 for a piece of shirt. And then I mean just and that's one of them things. That's one of them like every time I crap the council. This is what they done went to the extreme, boy. They done went and got Kanye. And look, you go to preaching, Snoop Dogg up there preaching, smoking a blunt right in the pulpit. This, I mean, boy, they gone to the extreme. Y'all like rap? Guess what? You got 2 rappers. They pastors now. Go ahead, finish that out, because they're gonna talk about it. Bob's gonna talk about it.
Then the Lord said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name. I sent them not.
Who he did what?
I sent them not.
But they think Kanye was sitting by the Most High. He said he get an automatic ticket to heaven because he made Jesus walk. Man,
You're gonna find out.
I would have used the Bible to slap him twice. That soon he said that. Go ahead.
18:6 on him.
Go ahead.
Neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them.
He ain't command no Snoop Dogg, no none of them. Get up there preaching live. And then what's so bad about it, you act like they're gonna teach you something different. They just gonna teach you the same Christianity with some more bull crap, what else in it now? And then and you, boy, I tell you. Go.
They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination.
And there they go. That's what's his name's Con. He don't even have a sermon. He got concerts Sunday morning. And then they trying to be mad at him because he charging $50 to come to his sermon. Yeah, just because he take it at the beginning and y'all take it in the middle, what's the difference? Y'all both charging admission. Yeah, like they doing something. Well, you just mad he took your money.
Before you got a chance to
say and guess what? And they going online. Shit, man, let me see. I'm going down. He gonna be in Vegas this week. Let me see if I can buy me some tickets. But they be the same one talking about them. But they gonna buy them some tickets
all they gonna do is take $200,000 of the tithe money and invite them to their church.
He just sold that Joel.
That's exactly, and the rest of them finna follow suit. You'll see him on there, him and T face hugging on TV,
probably kissing,
singing Kumbaya or whatever.
Sitting in each other's lap.
Yeah, all that. This is my child. Let's go, baby. Get up. Let's finish this up.
They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination, and they think of not, and the deceit of
and
their
thing
heart,
of what?
and they think of not.
Nothing. They ain't talking about nothing.
And like I say, even when it says in divination, they put spells on
people.
They putting and feeding our people with witchcraft. That's all Christianity is, man. Like we say, you know when people is gone. When we talk about the image of Christ, we always got to home in on that. The Bible say he looks like this, but then you say color don't matter. So if color doesn't matter, why can't we just read what the Bible says he look like? You know, they let our people know that we in witchcraft, man. That's a spell that's cast over our people.
And he had that little old Caesar Borgia looking man come on stage with him at the thing. I mean, and that just to keep that. Oh, wait a minute. Because why? You know why? They know. Because these Negroes is on the corner building up a nation, repairing up breaches, and they got to find a way to keep. We got to put some more holes back in there.
You right,
And that's why when we just now getting these people to, hey, that man don't look like that. Now who it is, Caesar Borgia. No, they got to find somebody extraordinary to come out and reiterate it back. Because we begin now to make it lose its power. And they got to find a way to gain that power. Otherwise, lose control of this earth. Because as long as they got to have that white man as a god in order for everybody to look up at him as a god. So they got to keep that going on. And we got to go to the extreme. Kanye West, come on. We need you.
Like man, it's a judgment for that thing.
Yeah.
You gonna read on?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me touch that divination, right? Like I said, y'all know how our people love music. And they driven by music. And that's what Kanye West is out here. Like I said, he ain't preaching no sermon. He got a whole concert the whole time you watching. Watch this. Ecclesiastes 7:5. The Bible covers everything, man. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 5. The Bible, we're gonna hold y'all precept, man, but we're gonna cover that right quick. Read that up.
Book of Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 5. It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise.
It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise, because that's what we really out here teaching and rebuking them and showing them what the Lord is talking about. Rebuke is just correct. Read.
Then for a man to hear the song of fools.
Then a man to hear a song of fools, because that's what he giving a concert is just for a song of fools. And our people suck themselves up into that thing, man. The Bible don't miss nothing, man. If you bring another one up, it's gonna be another scripture. Ooh, I ain't never read that, because guess what? It's a scripture in there right pertaining to that thing that just popped up.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna cover. Go ahead, up.
Let's go back and finish that up.
They prophesy to you a false vision and divination, and they think of not, and the deceit of their heart. Therefore, thus said the Lord, concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not. Yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed.
They said, ain't nothing gonna happen to us in this America. Ain't nothing gonna happen. America's the greatest country in the world. It's well protected. And we got every day, let's honor the soldiers. And the Bible says, shoot, man, y'all crazy. The song done. How they gonna stop me from tearing what I told them? I'm gonna tear it up. I'm tearing it up. I bet that's how the most I'm saying it too. I'm tearing it up. What's that is? And that's exactly what Esau gonna say. What's tearing?
Hey man, y'all write this down. I'm gonna get this another precept. We all write this down right quick. Y'all hold what y'all got. Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thoughts is that their houses shall continue forever, their dwelling places to all generations, and they call their lands after their own names. Because they think that America is not going to get destroyed, but it will. Go ahead.
Finish that out. For I will. 16.
By sword and by famine shall those prophets be consumed, and the people to whom they prophesy shall be cast out in the streets of Jerusalem because of the famine and the sword, and they shall have none to bury them, their wives, nor their sons, nor their daughters, for I will pour their wickedness upon them.
Ain't nobody even gonna be there to bury. Go ahead.
Therefore, thou shalt say this word unto them.
He gonna put all their fairness. They ain't gonna have nobody to bury. They love by the world, but ain't gonna be nobody to bury for going against the Most High. Go ahead.
Let my eyes run down with tears night and day, and let them not cease. For the virgin daughter of my people is broken with a great breach, with a very grievous blow.
And these pastors is a great breach in Israel. Been robbing us for years, man.
Spiritually and financially.
Yes. Robbing us daily. We don't even get married till we go get counsel from a nigga who's hoeing like a mother. And we go get counseling from him. He got 3 girlfriends on the side. He up there telling you, brother, you shouldn't marry her.
And you looking at your woman like this.
And that's what he said. That's exactly what he said. You shouldn't marry that one. Yeah.
Like you come on back here later on, so we gotta get to one-on-one without your husband, but we're gonna straighten things out in your house.
And then he give your fiance that new Bible. That new Bible got $50 in there. And a note.
And a bag of cocaine in it.
Address and a hotel key. I'm telling you, boy. Let's get some of this reparations. Well, how we need to repair. I can't go through a lot of them. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go, because we're about done out of time. Go to the last 2. Let's get to Luke 4 and 18. Somebody give me a law too while we preparing for that. We done came out with some laws anyway. But yeah, never mind, I got a couple of them.
Book of Luke, chapter 4, verse 18. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind.
This is Yahweh. And this is what we need to really go back to, because he's the king of Israel. And we need to go back to doing as he followed the Most High, did exactly what he said. We need to be doing the same thing. And get out here and put this work in. If the king is putting in work, you don't think you should be doing some work? This the king now. You're the subjects in the kingdom. You don't think you got to do no work when the king is doing work? Does that make any sense to anybody? Our king is putting in work. He been a mediator between you and the Most High. So what makes you think you ain't got to put no work in? Better get up and fix this goddamn house. Because when he come back, we better have his house clean. Like our mom used to tell us, y'all, when I get back, you better have his house clean. So some repercussion or some head busting gonna go on up in there. Go ahead. We finished that out.
To set at liberty them that are bruised.
He said to set at liberty. This is what he gonna do for us. Go ahead.
To preach the acceptable year of the Lord.
To preach this acceptable year of the Lord. This is how we need to get our house fixed. We got a lot of stuff got to go on in the crib. We got a party. We got a wedding. We got all kind of stuff finna go down. You ain't finna have no wedding. The dishes all in the sink. You finna have a wedding at your house. The dishwasher full of dirty dishes and the sink full of dirty dishes. The trash ain't empty. The rats over there having a tea party with the roaches. And y'all finna have the wedding here? Y'all better clean this house up. We gotta clean our house up. Repair them bridges. You can't have no holes in the wall. We finna have a company all at the house. I'm sitting inside, I can see outside. Hello, man. Come on. Let's go to Amos 9. Let me finish this out. We're gonna get this last precept. Amos 9 and 11.
Book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof.
He said, in that day, I'm going to raise up the tabernacle that is fallen. And that's Yahweh Shai. And he's here now. He's telling us, let's get this house cleaned up.
Because we know there's a thought out there that has been out there in Israel for a long time. They think when they see David saying it, they think that David is actually the king that's coming back. But it's just a similitude talking about Christ coming out of the loins of David.
Which was always prophesied. That's why I don't understand when they say that. But I be like, well, y'all, I guess you just went to that and skipped what they said that he was gonna be out of his loin, out of his. I mean,
David is not coming back to rule the nation of Israel.
They just looking for a thing. Everybody looking for a way to rebel.
And
this is one of the breaches of our people, man. Like I said, this is one of the breaches we got to repair to.
And
Old Testament only.
And if you look at it, you read this, in that day I will raise up the tabernacle of David. It didn't say I'm gonna raise up David. Why did he put tabernacle of David?
The house.
This means the house. Come on, man.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
And close up the breaches.
The tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
He said, I will raise up his ruins and build it in the days of old. Everybody stand up right quick. Just one quick thing. Stand up. He raising y'all up. Y'all were the ruins. Now y'all been built up. Y'all are now raised up as a nation of people. Feel good to stand up after you've been sitting there for 2 hours. Y'all can sit down and have a seat. And finish it out.
That they may possess the remnant of Edom.
And this just a comfort. This right here, just some comfort food before we leave. Go ahead.
That they may possess the remnant of Edom.
And we gonna possess. That means they're gonna be our property. Ain't no if and buts about it. Quit trying to change the word, make it something else. We gonna possess, and a possession is you mine.
Sunscreen company.
Yeah, you mine. Yeah, we're gonna have to take over Gillette because they're gonna have to use the Gillette. But go ahead.
That they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen, which are called by my name.
That's all the rest of the nation. I'm just giving y'all a little comfort food as we close out. If we gonna possess the remnant of Edom. That's the remnant. That's what's left.
Even on that subject, which are called by my name. Do anybody know what that means? What that mean, Brother Bayou? You know what that mean?
Called by.
And all the remnant of the heathen which are called by his name.
The remnant of the heathen would be the other nations.
Yeah, but even in this context, do you understand what it's talking about, Brother Ezra? What does that mean? All will read it, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen which are called by my name. Are the heathens called by God's name? So what is that going into? What you got, Brother Aaron? No, what you got, Junior? Who? That's going into, what do the fake Jews call themselves today?
The
Jewish people. All the heathen that are called by his name. Because God never called them that. They set themselves as the name of God.
Israelite. They can't even finish it out. Most I just cut it off. Israelite. I'm an Israelite.
Or
Yeah,
Israeli.
you just said an Israelite.
I wish I was Jew.
That too.
I'm Jewish, something like a Jew. And somebody give me you can get a little, you got something?
Deuteronomy 19:14.
That's cool. We're gonna get you a law because we get a law out of every class. Ain't no reason to tell y'all obey the law and don't even tell you what the laws are. So we give you a law. Write them all down. Like I said, by the time after a while, we should have 613. If we don't keep repeating ourselves.
Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 14. Thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark.
The Bible said don't remove your landmark. That's going into greed. Because you know where your land stop at. Guess what, man? Hey man, take your lot. You know what I mean? Take your lot.
Look, moving the flag over.
Every time he cut the grass, he move it over. Let's face it, he gonna be at your front door next week.
It's my land. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark, which they of old time have set in thine inheritance, which thou shalt inherit in the land that the Lord thy God giveth thee to possess it.
Yeah, no doubt. If you live in Judah, man, god dang, quit trying to slide over to send me a little land. Let me just get a little more piece. Send me got that little piece anyway. Why y'all quit? Y'all got all that land and we still trying to, like he said, just moving the mark, just mow the lawn. Ooh, hold on. And do that every day till we just gotta do a yard a day. Till we got 100 yards out of it. Go ahead, you got some?
Yeah, but that also comes from envy in our presence. Proverbs 3:31.
Yeah, because they take land all the time.
We follow that.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be doing.
Yeah, all that book. That's exactly what we did. That's why the Most High kept telling us a long time, man, quit. Don't go over there and mess with them. Nope, don't do it. And we did it.
We did it, yeah.
Those on Facebook, thanks for joining in to us, man. Hope y'all got edified today. As well as the people on YouTube. Push the like and subscribe to the page, man, and share the videos, man. And the people that's been giving to the GoFundMe, thanks for the donation. That money will be used for a great cause. And hopefully one day we'll come to a city near you.
And on that note, we say shalom.
Shalom.